empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible, despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the Afri1 Show, Voice of the New Tribe.
Hello family, are you looking for you to invest in the property currently now in Abuja, Karishi? This is an opportunity for you to get a 400 square meter of property which is going for 700,000 naira right here in Karishi. And so for you to be able to enjoy this very particular promo, I want to encourage you for you to use my promo code, which is the Afropolitan Apostle, and you will get a 50,000 naira discount on the first 10 people that will be buying this very particular product. If you are not located in Nigeria, or probably you are outside of Nigeria and you want to be able to participate on this, please, I want to encourage you. I want you to use the number that is currently on the screen for you to call the office and tell them that you want to use the promo code, and they will do everything possible in making sure that you get your land. And so with that being said, what you will get when you buy the property from Ethan Gold Estate is, number one, you will get your deed of assignments, you will get your power of attorney, and currently the land already has what we call the R of O, which is known as right of occupancy. So which means it's 100% secured investment, 500% return on your investment if you are willing to keep your land and making sure that at the end of the time you have good returns in your investment. Remember, if you are doing this investment and you want to buy the land, it's going currently now for 700,000. But if you use my promo code, which is known as the Afropolitan Apostle, you then get 50,000 discount from that. Why must you invest? It's the fact that it's a fast-growing environment. It's literally 15 minutes from the Karishi main town, so which means a lot of development is currently happening in that space. People are fast moving to that very particular area, and from what I gather and visiting that very particular place, literally limited space available. So literally this product is first come, first serve. And I want to say this, at Ethan Gold Estate, we are good at marketing your product, making sure that your investment for product blossom and you get good return on your investment. We also advise you on the terms of investment to do when it comes to property. And maybe for you watching this, you have a land or a house you want to sell, I want to encourage you. Why don't you talk to Ethan Gold Estate, and they'll be able to facilitate a good deal with you and to get your product out there. Always remember, Ethan Gold Estate is a proud sponsor of the Afri1 Show, Voice of the New Tribe, Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you. Okay, my family, how are we all doing? Welcome to another segment of our show today. I believe that you all are blessed and are well rested. If you're watching me currently, please, I just want you to confirm if my sound is good, so that we can then be able to run this very particular show. And also for those of you on the Mixer, also if you can drop a message just to be able to let me know if you can also hear me on that very particular platform, so that we'll begin this. Today, I want to talk about the concept of how to attract and retain customer in your business, how to attract and retain customer in your business. This is one of the things for me that I have come to understand, that customer retention in our business is literally one of the most premium, what you call stake in our business. No matter what we do, if we don't get customers in the business we do, whether you are selling popcorn on the road, or maybe you're a Fortune 500 company and you're into the service delivery, or maybe, for example, you are the cousin to Aliko Dangote and you are offering something of value, you must be able to understand the metrics and the maths or the science behind customer retention. Haven't you seen where, for example, two people will be selling the same product? You just discover that this very particular person constantly get customers and you don't get customer. Now, I understand that yes, there is a metrics of things around what you call spirituality attract, what you call attached to it. But hear me, even spirituality also, it's also a form of science where if you understand how science work, you can be able to attract customers in your business. And so today we're talking about attracting customers and also retaining them in your business. And hopefully I'll try as much as possible for me to pick some of your calls for those who wants to pitch their business today. If you want to pitch your business, you can call us on 0812779343. Not now. 0812779343. That's the number for you to pitch your business on this very particular platform. All right, you can see that I'm wearing the Eaton Gold cap and also I'm putting on the t-shirt at this moment. They are the proud sponsor of this very particular episode, and that's why I am dressed the way I am dressed today. And so because of that, for those of you who wants to get your land in Karshi, Abuja, within the metropolis of Abuja, I think permit me to use that very particular word, they are currently offering a land value for 700,000. What you will get on that very particular land, you will definitely get your letter of attorney, your deeds. It's a property that literally has its R of O at the moment. It's government approved, and so which means by the time your payment is made and it is confirmed and verified, they will be able to call you and also to make sure that you get your land. And hear me, for those of you who wants to, on this very particular show, who wants to be able to enter into the promo side of things, I want to encourage you. Please try as much as possible for you to be able to use my promo code. So which means when you call their line, the number is currently scrolling now on the screen. You can see it down there. When you call their line and say you want to buy this, the original price is 700,000 naira. For South Africa, it is less than 10,000 rand. So which means 10,000 rand will give you 834,000 naira. So which means for those of you who are my diaspora in South Africa, for less than 10,000 rand, literally you can own a 400 square meter of land in Abuja metropolis. So I want to encourage you, please call their number. Their number is 080-988-99008. I'll repeat again. 080-988-99008. That's the number for you to call. And in case if you don't get the number properly, the numbers, the thing that is scrolling currently now, the next number you're going to see after the number of the call is the number for what's it called? Eaton Gold Estates property. Please, I want to encourage you, if you're a diaspora planning to come back to Nigeria within the next 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, I promise you, please, these are the water investment that you can actually take advantage of, and you will really enjoy your return in investment. And so for those of you who might be saying that you don't have the 700,000 naira now for you to pay, we also still have an installment package. The installment package obviously will not be 700,000, definitely because of the interest and everything. It might go beyond that. But I also want to encourage you installment payments, which would be bracket between 3 to 6 months. So which means you must be able to pay your installment. So which means they can break it for you for 3 installments or for 6 installments. And then so if you shift it from 3 to 6, obviously the interest rate will be a bit different. But I encourage you for you to just buy one stuff for 650,000 naira. But in case if you don't have that money lying around and you say you want to do 200,000 every month, why not? So you can do that. You can call their office line and they'll be able to structure something for you. And now let me say this, because I understand that financial pressure is a thing that every one of us go through somehow. But in case if you get to the point where you know that you might not be able to continue the payment, you can definitely talk with them. There is a way. Obviously, there'll be a charge for a fallback charge. It's in case if you want your money back, there'll be a charge for it. And so you also need to confirm with them as to what is the fallback charge that will be melted a new counseling. So for those of you who literally want to take the advantage of a 3 month or a 6 month installment of payment, please call their office line. The number is currently scrolling on that very particular screen or the screen you're currently watching, or you can definitely call us on our own official line as Everyone Studio, and we will direct all your what you call inquiry to the rightful people so that you can then be able to do business with them. With that being said, I remain your host, the Afropolitan Apostle, this morning. Is it morning or afternoon? Afternoon, as we begin to go down into the business of today. So today we are going to be talking about a concept of how to attract and retain customers. How to attract and retain customers. And we couldn't do all of these on the radio side of things because we just focus on just getting your calls and everything coming in so that we can then be able to have a peace of mind in literally doing these. Because at the end of the day, it's not about getting the 50,000 for me that is the real issue. No, it's about getting the 50,000 and also trying as much as possible for you to retain or get customers that can literally buy the thing that you are selling. Every one of us literally is selling a product. Me sitting in front of you, I'm selling a product. I'm selling everyone to you. And so because of that, the metrics in which we all use in making sure that you keep coming into the business is what I want to talk to you about. And hear me, every business has a different kind of metrics, but today we are going to be looking at the general metrics in terms of retaining and also what you called attracting customers. So one of the things we're going to look, two things for today, we're going to focus on attracting customers, and maybe for example for next week you're also going to look at retaining customers. So which means there's a skill you can use for you to attract the customers, but there's also a skill for you to retain customers. An average business in Nigeria, for instance, literally you're just one customer away from being broke. But do you know that literally one customer can literally buy 4 times in your business? Literally, one customer can buy 4 times. But if you discover that your business you are doing, people just come and they don't come back again, then we need to review your ways in which you are retaining your customers, because the moment they come into your door and God help you, they buy your product, and that's a potential customer for the rest of your life. It is a potential customer for the rest of your life. But many of us do not know how to retain. For instance, as Christians, I'm going to stay on the Christian side of things. You got to find out that sometimes members will come into your church, but for strange reason, the members don't stay. They don't go. Now, the funny thing is the fact that you would think that maybe, no, the reason why it's devil that is attacking this thing, blah, 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 all those things. See, I hear the devil stuff, but I am not a proponent of giving devil that kind of power to be able to say, no, it's devil all the time. There is science for everything. How is your customer care? For example, for a church person, how is your customer care? When I was coming into your church, for instance, how the frontliners, the greeters, how are they treating the people? Do you have some certain pecs? If I want to find out information about your church, how easy those things are. The difficulties in me finding a parking can also determine if I will come to your church or not. I know you will say, no, but that's not, hear me, we're in the 21st century, this thing counts. Looking for where to park. There is nobody that's a sign that's telling me park here, and the parking is not coordinated. I finish service, the next minute you have to now go and look for almost all the members to come remove their car so that I can take my car out. All of that can also affect if I want to come back to your church or not. So as much as yes, your message will be powerful, but all of these aesthetics, they also help people to either stay in your church or literally leave your church. The same thing also. All of these smaller aesthetics I'm going to be mentioning now can either make people do business with you or literally buy ones off and then they get out of your face. Number one, attracting customers. This very particular episode, it's going to be a bit longer. We won't finish everything today, but please follow us next week, Friday, and also the subsequent Friday, just to make sure that we get it all in one grab. Number one, how do you attract? We're going to be looking at attracting customers. How do you attract it? Number one, this is what you must understand. You must know your target audience. Who are you targeting? See, every product does not fit everybody. Just because you are selling the clothes doesn't mean that everybody is going to buy your clothes. For example, your clothes must be able to have a target people that will come into your business. For example, I was doing a particular research of Boeing 707 plane, and I discovered that with Boeing, literally their target market, that's why if you notice that you can't find them advertising plane on television. Have you check? Let's do that. Do your research, and you will never find planes being advertised on television. Because why? Their target market are not people sitting down watching TV. It's not there. The highest a plane would do is flight. Is flight ticket and stuff. Because why? They have been able to understand where their target markets are located.
For example, you will find that target market, literally, they're the ones buying premium magazines. That's where you will find plane. And do you notice also, you don't, an average people don't even know when a plane is being advertised for sale, because why? Their target market is not you. That's why you don't know. But if you are part of the target market, you will know. You will find them advertising their plane, for instance, alongside your premium cars. For somebody now, I think somebody was arguing with me. I said, see, you will never find a Maserati or a Phantom being advertised on the showroom or probably advertised on the TV, because why? That's not where the people will buy it. Imagine you buying a car of about 42 $1 million. For crying out loud, it won't be shown on TV. Now, these guys have studied that, okay, the only place for me to be able to market my Maserati is for me to get myself registered with all of this executive product, your airlines, your yachts, all of these very particular, your ship, name them. That is where they go and they put their cars. So when you go now, you want to buy a plane, for instance, because you will never find the advert. You have to belong to the club. I'm not permitted to mention the club, but there's a club that you have to belong, where you then know they will send a letter out and you will get the letter with your unique invitation for you to come to that place. While you are going to buy that very particular private jet, behind the private jet, don't you notice that you will find a Maserati? You will find a Phantom. You will find all of these expensive car parked there, because why? They are trying to sell a lifestyle. They are your target market. The same thing also applies. The reason why we're doing all of this currently now, our target market for us at this level for everyone, based on the small business, is the fact that we are targeting small business who are looking for fun to find balance. And so because of that, literally, we might be doing this all the time and stuff, just to make sure we give you seed fund of 50,000 naira. And also to be able to come up with content like this on a weekly basis, so that you can be able to posture and position your business to be able to retain customer. You must be able to understand who are your target markets. Many of us, literally, we are wondering how comes we are not. It's because you have not mastered your target market. You've not mastered it. And so in doing that, you must be able to develop a clear customer avatar. A clear customer avatar. What are the avatar? Number one, the age group of the people that you are trying to attend to. For instance, you cannot be targeting, you're selling kiddies products, but yet you are targeting the youth. No, that's not the people. Your target are literally mothers, intended mothers. And so because of that, it will also depend where you put your clothing of kiddies clothes. You have to put it on the toy section. That's where mothers who wants to buy toys for their children, they see the nice clothes. Next to it, you find those very particular clothes. You can't carry your beautiful kiddies clothes and you think you put it on ShopRite. People are going to ShopRite by default to go and buy food and come back home and eat. They have an understanding that if I want to buy clothes, chances I have to go to Fushini, I have to go to Edgar's, I have to go to, what am I calling all the, well, you know, for those of you, because I'm thinking in my mind, like, okay, those things might not be in Nigeria here, but okay. So let me not give myself, they know where to find those very particular clothes. But even with those clothing brands, there's some certain clothes you will never find in some of these very particular shows, because why? They have their target audience. So which means in developing a clear customer, do you know their age? Do you know the gender? Do you know their pain point? And this is one of the things that a lot of businesses are missing out in terms of developing, for instance, a customer experience. What is the pain point of your customers? For me, one of the biggest pain points I have is the fact that I hate seeing small business struggle. I hate it. So because of that, I come with every strategy for me to support and for us to assist in making sure that your business literally leave the fact whereby it is hand to mouth kind of business to the point where you begin to, for lack of better word, begin to find balance where it is not just you alone, but you bringing people to do the job for you or probably to sell the product for you. So you must be able to identify your clients, your customers, or the customers you are looking for. What is their pain point? For example, if you are into food, have you been able to identify who are the customers that can buy your food? Maybe, for example, your target market may be people who are diabetical or probably people who are suffering from one ailment or the other. You are providing a kind of food that will fit their system. For example, I remember I had a guest yesterday, uncle, who almost wanted to kill me eating meat. I'm like, my guy, this road you are going now. Now, because I just love my red meat. Imagine if she's what you call selling those very particular thing, and she wants to attract me with red meat guy, you will not get me. But yet, chances are what you are selling is a good thing. But you are not capturing my pain point. My pain point is I just enjoy red meat. Find me there. I'll come to your shop. So you must be able to understand the pinpoint and also the goals and the lifestyle. Now, I want to look into this point number 2, which is very important for me. Remember, we're still talking about know your target market or know your target audience. We're talking about customer, know your target audience. Number 2 is understanding their buying behavior and preferences. No, this one will help somebody. Understanding their buying behavior and preferences. Many of us do not understand our the potential clients we're looking for. We don't understand their buying behavior. Hear me, everybody has a behavior in which they buy stuff. There are some certain behavior I have currently where if you want me to come buy some certain things, you must be able to note this behavior of mine. And literally, if you can capture, you see this part of understanding behavior. If you can capture understanding customers' behavior, you will literally attract not less than 15% added to the current customers that are coming to your business. Understanding now, there are 4 types of buying behavior. Please listen to this. There are 4 types of buying behavior, and I'm going to call the 4 quickly. Then I'm going to do a bit of explanation on each of the one because I really want to just be able to finish this very particular attracting customers. So number 1, in terms of 4 types of buying behavior, we have what we call the complex behavior. Number 2, we have what we call the dissonance behavior. The dissonance behavior. Then number 3, we have what we call the habitual behavior. The number 4, we have what we call the variety-seeking behavior. We are going to explain it. I'm going to be slow and mention it again. Number 1, complex behavior. Number 2, dissonant behavior. Number 3, habitual behavior. And number 4 is what we call the variety-seeking behavior. Now, let's look at the complex behavior. For example, this one involves high, expensive, and unfamiliar kind of people. For instance, we're into property side. We as Afro One Property in partnership with Charlotte Prime Homes. So there are some certain clients that literally we know that their behavior is not for them to find house, for example, in Gariki, the complex guy. They are not perturbed about being at where the Joneses are hanging. For example, I remember one of the days my partner and I were driving and we got to a particular place and they told me of a an estate known as Centenary City. When they told me the price of that place, I could understand that the kind of people that were staying there, these are not people that want to negotiate. No, the house is 60 million. Okay, can I get 55 million or 59 million? These guys, they literally start from $1 billion upward. The minimum house you can find from that very particular place is literally $500,000, $500 million naira. Now, what that is for South Africa divided by 85, for that country divided by whatever the thing is. But I only know South Africa for now. $500 million, and guess what? The $500 million naira we're talking about is not a mansion and stuff. It can just be a 2-bedroom mansion or literally what's called a studio. And that's it. But guess what? These are complex guys. There are things that is very important to this complex guy. Chances are number 1, the security, the safety. It's easy to access, exclusivity, privacy. So is your business, are you targeting that kind of people? Are you targeting people who are complex? Are you targeting people who, they don't just want their product to be too familiar? They don't. For example, I said to somebody the other day, I said, for example, your Gucci, your Ferragamo, all of this brand stuff, to be very honest, they fall under your complex habitual behavior of people. Why? They just want premium. You are complaining to say, why would somebody go and buy a cloth, for example, for $2,000? What's the problem with this person? They don't like their clothes being everywhere. So because of that, they want that exclusivity. So for them, they prefer things that are unfamiliar, e.g., buying of house. Like I was talking about the Centenary place. Buying of this expensive car, your Phantom, your X-Class, your name, you know, all the cars and all the brands and all of those things. So they go for high-end stuff. If that's your target audience, then which means you must find how they think and position your business where they can see it. You can't be expecting, for instance, I like saying, I think it's in Genesis, no, not Genesis, Isaiah 60 verse 3, if I'm not mistaken. Permit me, I'm a Christian, so I have to mention Bible. It says, Gentiles shall come to the light. It says, and king to the brightness of your rising. You can't be having a light and expect king to come there. Because why? Kings don't come to just ordinary light. No, they don't. They come to the brightness of your rising, which means there is a certain level of excellency and decorum and packaging and exclusivity that the kings want, that your light shining does not guarantee them coming. There must be a certain level of of excellence that you keep that will make them request. Can I be honest with you? There are many of you that are currently sewing. You guys call it fashion designer. Some people say it's tailor, whatever this thing is, you're also in clothes. It's okay. But guess what? In Nigeria currently now, we have a man called, I think if I'm not mistaken, his name is called, is it video something? Guy sews cloth for, he just finished his 50th birthday of recent and stuff. Now he sews cloth for literally your 20% of the 20% in Nigeria. Literally. The other day, I saw him with an opportunity meeting one of the fathers of faith, measuring the fathers of faith to sew cloth. And guess what? I bet you there are people in that church, literally, that couldn't sew cloth for that very particular pastor. Yet they are in the church. But why? He has grown to the point that his target audience is that kind of level. And so because of that, you can't be going there and telling him to sew cloth. In fact, let's even come down. The popular one we know, Vicky James. Vicky James, if you want to do, if you want to do your wedding, chances are you're already disturbing your boyfriend or your husband to be by now that my wedding cloth, Vicky James must sew it. But chances are you calling Vicky James is because Vicky James has grown to the point whereby her light is not just ordinary light now. Her light is shining to the point that the kings are now calling for Vicky James. Somebody was saying to me the other day that this lady crack joke all the time. She's into comedy and skit and stuff. I said, I hear you. The reason why she's doing that is because all her target per year, maybe she just want to sew cloth for just 10 clients that year, and she's done. 10, she's done. You hear wedding gown of 10 million naira. If she sews for 10, that's 100 million. So what are we talking about? She's okay for that year. So you must be able to understand the complex behavior of people. Number two, the one we talk about, the dissonance reducing behavior. These ones, they are high involved, but they have what we call the few different brand. There's a few difference in them whereby, okay, I know you are selling Adidas, but okay, I can fall short for Puma. Oh, I know, yes, you are selling a premium Coca-Cola, but we could manage something around Pepsi. So because of that, you then find these ones. For example, how do we relate on these very particular guys? We relate on them in this way. How? For example, on the furniture side of things, we have expensive furnitures. They have options of furniture that have been displayed that they can pick up. I think I don't want to mention the name. A furniture company in here that is in Abuja that a lot of people call them all the time. They didn't mean for me to mention them. So I wouldn't want to give them that free advert. But that very particular furniture company, a lot of people talks about them. I've seen a lot of people talk about, if you want to get good quality furniture, let's go to this very particular shop, you'll find it and stuff. But guess what? There's a lot of people also who are out there doing furniture opposite that very particular place, but people don't go. These ones, they are dissonance. They can be able to compromise a bit. But my question is, have you created a metrics to actually capture those very particular people? Number three, quickly, because we still have a long way to go. Number three is the fact that we have this one who are called the habitual people. Now, this one, you can capture them based on habits. Habits, that's why it's called the habitual behavior. These are habits that has been enshrined in them. For example, people who, like your toothpaste. Have you found whereby some people, no matter what you are selling as a toothpaste, if there is no, is it Coca-Cola? Colgate, sorry. How do I say Colgate? If there is no Colgate, they are not buying. So now, how do you now get these very particular people who are habitual, where their mind has been structured to just buy Colgate alone? For example, I'm a person whereby literally, I think in Nigeria here, I tried to look for that very particular brand. It's Sensodyne. And Sensodyne, I know that Sensodyne is here and stuff, but there's a particular mint brand that I've been looking for. Guess what? I struggled until I managed to find something that is similar to that very particular place. I don't want to mention the name because you didn't pay me for advert. That's how you have to be careful when you're a brand person. So now, for example, like I said, toothpaste, another part again is groceries. There's some certain people whereby they will tell you point blank. South Africa, we have what we call Woolworths, ShopRite, and Checkers. I know some certain family that they will never buy anything in ShopRite. Now, when I'm talking about ShopRite Nigeria, I understand. I'm not talking about ShopRite the mall, ShopRite the shop. Because sometimes I get confused. You hear somebody in Nigeria tell me, no, let's go to ShopRite. I'm like, what am I going there to do? Only for me to find out and I discover that it's actually, I'm like, but the mall is called Novare Mall. Don't stop saying, see, please, family Nigeria, hear me. There's a difference between ShopRite and Novare Mall. I've been looking for this day to come for you. ShopRite, Novare Mall. There's a two different. So tell me the mall. Don't tell me ShopRite. ShopRite is the product inside the mall. So you can't just be saying ShopRite all the time. Please, that's just by the wayside. I'm just teasing you and stuff. So now you must understand, like I was saying, there are people who will want to buy their groceries in ShopRite or Checkers or Woolworths. South Africa, I know my spiritual mother, for instance, she will never buy anything that is not in Woolworths. If Woolworth brand, for example, this cup, if I want to sell this cup for her, all I need to do is just to put a Woolworth logo here and she will buy it like that. And that's where many of you also fall victim, because why? People can just carry brands or some certain things and put it on top of them and you buy them because why? You're pursuing brand, you're not pursuing quality. You also need to check out for those people. Then also, we have the last behavior, which I call the variety seeking behavior. These ones, that's all I can say. They are low involved, they have many choices, often for fun. They just want to have fun in doing what they want to do, and they literally don't bother about things that is literally your own problem. They don't bother about it. And so in doing that, you also must understand, in terms of knowing your target audience, you must understand the segment your audience are currently operating at. Which segment are they in? For example, if you want to attract your high level, I use the word high level intellectual people to buy your product and stuff, as much as LinkedIn is a professional site for services and stuff, you can actually what you call market your product in LinkedIn, because why? The people on LinkedIn, literally, they are what's called intellectual people. LinkedIn has branded themselves to be like that. You are selling a, for lack of better word, a package diary. You are selling a customized, what you call calendar. You are selling some customized brand or product and co. As much as the professional level, you can brand your product to attract that kind of people to come into your business as far as they're concerned in LinkedIn. There are some certain people also you can be able to sell your product on Facebook. The people on Facebook who is going to buy your product are totally different from the kind of people who will buy your product that are on Instagram. So you must be able to do what I called segmenting your audience. Where are your audience? Many of us, you will hear that, no, let's just boost, let's post our post on Facebook, let's boost. You boost your thing on Facebook, all you will get is like, and just see the thing that the thing has 1,000 views. But it can't equate to people coming to your door, because why? Chances are that's not where your target market is sitting. So you must be able to segment your audience to be able to target more people. Then number two, in terms of, remember, we're still talking about knowing your audience. See, for every new product that want to come out, let me say this, please, and please hear me. You must do what we call test of your product. Invite everybody. I was saying to Echo a few minutes ago about some certain initiative we are planning to do a few months from now. Is something that is still within the brain stuff and co. And I was saying to him, I said, the day we are going to do that is just going to be a maiden edition, just for us to be able to get a balance. Many of us literally, we produce our product without us testing the product in the market, and we get shocked and surprised that after we produce the product, people are not coming. Because why? There is no test package for your product. Because the test package for your product will now determine the people you need to target in running your business. Many of us are not testing it. You just come and the next minute you are producing this very particular cup that I'm holding, and you have not made, even your friends, there are some of you, if I ask you now, some of your friends do not even know what you are selling. Because why? You've not invited them for a test of the product. Bring them, let them, because from there you can then filter. What are the feedback are you receiving? Who are the people giving you this feedback? What is their behavior we're talking about? How do they relate to this very particular product? What is their experience of this very particular product? Then that will then begin to help you segment your customers, because if you can get 10 people to give you some certain level of high review at a consistent level, you can guarantee there are people more than that 10 that need that very particular product at that level. For example, you get your likes of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Google, Wikipedia, all of this. I can tell you point blank, you are, majority of them, you are not their target market. You are not. It's just fortunately or unfortunately you are using their platform, but they know who they are targeting. They know. LinkedIn, for instance, LinkedIn is not bothered about all the general masses that is on Facebook and Instagram. No, they want professional to be in the place, because why? They've tested. They know a lot of people literally wanted to have a professional group and space. And so they structured their platform to be able to attend to professional people. For example, if you are a paid LinkedIn person, this is what happened. If you are paying for the platform, LinkedIn has a way of making sure that the people that you need in your industry, they automatically follows you. And so because of that, you will not struggle for you to get most of your clients. You will not. The ability for you to be able to get, Okay, thank you. Guess what? Your Facebook, Instagram, I think if I'm not mistaken, and also X, they now have what they call the paid version. Like you pay. Guess what? They target some certain people to say these very particular services that we want to bring on board, it is for these people. Guess what? Majority of the people are still using Facebook, but by the time you see that blue tick, go and check their engagement, their traffic, the kind of people that buy their product or do business with them is different from you who is a freebies. It's different. Facebook understand the thing about target market. Target market. You will see energy drinks everywhere, but every energy drink has a certain level of target people that they are looking for. My question to you is the fact that, do you have a target market? Do you know your customers? Do you understand their behavior? Do you know the habit that sponsors their buying power? Do you know their complexity, their egos? Have you been able to identify all of that? I bet you if you can find all of that, it is quite easy for you to be able to pull them to give you their money. Very easy for you to pull them to give you their money. And so, with that being said, number two is the fact that you must do what I called build a magnetic brand. Your brand must be magnetic. Your brand, somebody once asked me, is the fact that why is it that AfriOne Property and AfriOne Show and AfriOne Invest, they all have one kind of logo? I said, because what we are selling is AfriOne. We're not selling all of this sub of AfriOne. AfriOne is what we're selling. So our logos are consistent. If you find any of our product that is out there, if you don't see our logo, then just know that it is not us. Chances are somebody is using AfriOne. So you must build a magnetic brand and stuff. Please help me with the fan. You must build a magnetic brand and make sure that your brand literally, number one, have what we call a clear and unique value proposition. Indirectly, what makes your business different? What makes it different? If I'm to ask you today about your brand or your product, how different is your brand or your product? How different it is? Can people look at your brand and product and say, okay, you are different from one person, you are different from this person? How different is your product? Hear me. As much as, yes, we live in a society where a lot of people just think that it is just about selling the product, people are looking for what makes you different. Literally, let's be honest, we have a lot of influencers out there, but there are some certain influencers that you literally follow. We have a lot of for example, I have seen this tug of war on social media currently between Davido and Wizkid. In fact, it's not even Davido and Wizkid alone. Between Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy. Then let me add a woman attached to it. What's the name of this other woman again? Tiwa. I think her name is Tiwa. Tiwa, yeah. They are all musicians, but you will see some people, the way they fight for Burna Boy or fight for Wizkid or Davido or Tiwa, you would think that they are bloodline. Because why? There is something different about all of these very particular artists that makes you loyal to them as their customer. Do you know that you following them, you are a customer? They constantly sell their product and their brand to you. And for some of you, literally, if Tiwa will cease now, you go and download that very particular song and make it trend. You will make it trend because why? She has been able to offer something different that makes you as the audience loyal to that very particular thing. So the question I'll ask you is the fact that what is the value proposition that you are bringing on the table? Now, I'm going to expand on that very particular value proposition so that we get something strong on it. Indirectly, number one, when you want to offer a value proposition, this is the thing you ask yourself. Who is your business serving? Who is your business serving? If your business is not serving see, let me say this. I know this. I have 7 minutes for me to end this now so that I can pick your call. If your business is not serving certain set of people, you are literally serving nobody. Literally nobody. And now I know this may be a bit of a controversy. God himself, as much as, yes, he loves us, all his children, sent his son Jesus to come and die for us all. But guess what? There is a target people that he can use. Not everybody is usable as far as God's system is concerned. There are vessels of gold, there are vessels of silver, there are vessels of clay, there are vessels of all of these things. But guess what? I like the later part. It says if the end version will purge themselves, which means God knows that not everybody will purge themselves. The same thing also applies to business. You must be able to make your business, what make your business different? What services are you offering in your business that is unique from every other people? That's very unique. Some of you literally, for example, now you're working in a company, maybe you are more than 5 staff in that very particular company, and you discover that all the time, the boss always call one particular person, and you know that all of you, and you wonder, good, instead of you, what do you call it, having a bad belly, that's what I'm looking for. I'm learning this Nigerian statement very fast. I need to catch up. Instead of having a bad belly for the person who literally, it's for lack of better word, the favorite in that organization, check what they are doing and also do the same thing. Instead of you fighting. Oh no, it's only Echo Darlington loves and stuff, blah, blah, blah. Go and check what Echo is doing and do the same thing. Then Darlington has multiple options. To say, okay, if I Echo do A and give it do B, or Nadi do C, or whoever and stuff. So you cannot be complaining about one person's product that is popular and you are selling that same product, but yet you refuse to check what is the system this person is doing that is making customers to come. Many of us are literally leaving customers coming into our business on faith. Faith alone will not do that. That is a sign of you putting system in place that guarantees you to be able to attract customers in coming. So which means, what is your business serving? Number 2, what problem are you solving? What problem? You are no, I want customers to come from my. What problem are you solving? People don't just come because you put a logo out there or because you have a logo called Afri1. No. We must be able to solve a particular problem. For us as Afri1, currently now we're solving a problem of startups, literally small business. That's our target for now. As we begin to grow, we'll get to the point whereby we'll be solving a Fortune 500 kind of bill. In fact, I was saying to a friend of mine yesterday, I said, I want to get to the point whereby for Afri1, nations will be coming to ask us for a loan. Because almost African leaders like borrowing money. I didn't call anyone, no, I'm just talking, no, African leaders like borrowing money everywhere. So I want to get to the point where African leaders will come to me and say, can we borrow money from you? Because why? African leaders can borrow money. Now, guess what? If they can't borrow money from me, I can then be able to dictate what happened in their country. Yes. He that pays the bills, what you call, is it dictate the tunes? I pay you. That's why when you see the West are making us look as if we are chickens, they are the one who is, I bet you, before now and November, more for them to now embezzle on their own greed and stuff. You know, sometimes I get angry when I see some of these African leaders borrowing money and stuff, and you literally try to equate the money they borrow to the development of the land, then you are shocked. There's a particular country, I don't want to mention them, where 2/3 of the budget is literally used to service the people who are employed to literally do job. 2/3 of the budget of that country. Use your tongue and count your teeth. That's how we say it in Nigeria. You will know the country. 2/3 of the budget. And guess what? Very soon now, they are literally planning to increase the salary of that same people who 2/3 of the budget go. Then you wonder, and yet they are planning to also increase tax. So that country, you can find it out and see for yourself. And guess what? Currently, they've actually gone, they're applying for another loan again. See, that's why I like this guy. I think he's called Kelvin Black. He's a content creator. What's the name of Governor Amunike? That's his name. So let's watch the edit. I like that when they say, let's watch the edit. Go and follow that guy content. I don't really know him one-on-one, but follow his stuff. Literally, you can see the gimmicks of politicians in Africa. The guy exposed politician tricks. And guess what? Come 2027 in Nigeria, a lot of people will use that same trick and you will still fall. Despite the fact that the guy is showing you what they are doing. Governor Amunike, literally, he's showing all of that. Because why? You know the thing. Let me not say. Now, in terms of value proposition, also, remember we're talking about value proposition here. The next thing I want to ask you, and this is where it comes different, is that what benefit do you deliver? I know you are selling this very particular phone I'm holding. Added to the phone, what benefit? Haven't you noticed that when you are buying a brand new phone, now let me give you an example. When you are buying a brand new phone from a genuine store, the store knows that they want you to come back. What they will do is the fact that you buy the phone, they on the phone for you to make sure that the phone is new. There is a seal of, as if that is not even enough. This is what they now do. They add to the phone and warranty on top of it. And they tell you that within the next 1 year, if there is a in this phone, bring it back at no cost to you. We will service it. How many of you, your business can do that? How many? That we can guarantee that if we buy that rice from you or we buy that soap from you, I know, yes, for example, in Nigeria, we are all clamoring for made in Nigerian product. Let's promote made in Nigerian product. Sometimes I really don't blame the people who are not buying Nigerian product, because why? The ability for us to get extra services from you that will retain us is not there. It's not. I remember myself and Eko, we were trying to buy a particular product and stuff. We had to go to the shop. We look at the shop, the price was expensive. We have to just risk it, because at the end of the day, the place we're buying the thing, chances are if there's a fault, to take us a long time. But we calculate the stress. It's okay. If the thing stresses us, we'll move on, because why? We are still afraid of buying Nigerian product. Still afraid. Because you know that the benefit that they are going to put on the chances are is a benefit that will come to you that will not even make any difference. Call them for the services. It's a problem. I was saying the other day, I said an average product you buy in this country, and please hear me, I'm going to say this one in a raw, so that it helps you to begin to change the benefit you add. The average benefit of a Nigerian product, literally, you can't take it to the bank and get value out of it. You can't. They will tell you, no. When did you buy this thing? We will come and do. They will tell you everything. Buy it. You will now be the one to be chasing those people to come and do that, to offer the benefit that they promise you. And you wonder why customers are not coming. They will not come back again. They will not. And guess what? The fastest growth for any business is word of mouth. Word of mouth. That's why you see most companies who they are really serious with their brand. They will literally ask for reference. Who are the people you've worked with? We will call them. They will call me. I will call you. Shem. Let me say it to me. I just said Shem. I remember the Shem put me in trouble the other day. Shem, we will call. Because why? At the end of the day, I don't want trouble, especially at a certain level of services that I want from you. I will call the people you have served. You think that you're just going to put your reference on the paper there? I will call you. I will call. So what are the benefits you are given? If I'm going to buy this very particular phone from you, just as an example, what benefits? Can you give me a benefit of a pouch? Can you give me a benefit of, I think I remember buying a particular phone in Lagos. It was I forgot the name of the company. Bought the phone there, and all of a sudden, by the time I opened the phone, they asked me to scratch this very particular thing. I scratched the thing, and there was literally a recharge card of 1,000 naira. I'm like, wow. By the time I wanted to get another one, I was saying to me, I said, there's this shop that is in Ikeja. Go there. Because why? I got a benefit of 1,000 naira airtime. You'll be shocked that what is 1,000 naira airtime? The day we went there, the queue, guess what? Next to the shop, there is also a phone seller, but there was no queue there. Why? Benefit. Hear me, people are looking for benefit. You want to attract customers? What benefit are you giving them? Don't just say buy the clothes. If I buy the clothes, what is the benefit? Have you added, sometimes for example, for those people who are doing clothes business, you may be selling clothes, but you can add a benefit of what you call a liquid dishwashing stuff. Like, no, this very particular clothes, if you buy this one, we give you this very particular, Nigeria, they call it Omo, but this very particular detergent for you to use on this very particular. Guess what? Chances are you are selling that detergent. When I use that detergent on my clothes and I see how the detergent preserve my clothes that I bought from your shop, the next time I'm coming and buying that detergent from your hand again, that is you now getting me as a recurring client coming for your detergent. How many benefits are you putting? Then the final point in terms of value proposition here is what makes you different or better than others. What makes you different? For example, for us as African and also Eat and Gold, I think I was speaking to the Eat and Gold director, and she was saying to me that most people who do this land checking, for example, let's say you want to go see the land, that they charge you some certain fee. And I asked, I said, no, we don't charge and stuff. And I've seen that, literally, I've seen that, whereby they carry you value added in you paying. In fact, they even carry you before you even pay. I'm like, the businessman in me, I'm like, whatever you don't buy. And she said, no, it's part of the things we do. But guess what? She is driving for value. She is making herself different from every other people. And that's why I'm encouraging you, literally, for those of you who are watching me right now, you want to buy your land. Let me be biased. Buy your land here. See the cap I'm wearing? It's called Itagore Estate. Literally, your interest in you buying that very particular land, they will take you to the site for free. It's part of the benefit. Because why? They want to attract you as their customer. And guess what? After attracting you as a customer, you pay for your land. They also have a way of servicing to make sure that at least you get proper information of your land, proper value of your land. If your land is growing in terms of interest or growing in terms of value, what is happening within their landing sector? What are the things that you can benefit? So they give you all of that. Why won't you want to buy your property at Eton Gold Estate? I don't understand. Guess what? In less than 5 days, 5 working days, you literally get your document literally emailed, shipped, courier, or whatever to you. And if you say you want to come to the office to come and get the product, they are willingly to assist you at no cost. In fact, sometimes they even pay your transport to come get your document. They are just nice. But at the end of the day, what are they trying to do as Eton Gold Estate? They're trying everything possible to be able to attract customers. I have to use them as part of my evaluation and stuff. They are planning to attract you as customers, hoping that you become their customers, and they also have a retention strategy, which we'll be talking probably next week on how to retain client. So you must be able to do that. And I think finally on this very particular place, because I still have a lot of things that I need to talk, but you must be able now for you to be able to do this as we begin to look in terms of your unique value proposition. What is it? Is the fact that number one, you must be able to cut through the noise that crowds the market. So everybody is talking, but what makes you different? One of the things is the fact that there's a lot of people who are, I think I remember one day, Givet, who is one of the staff in this organization, Givet sent me a particular link. And I looked at the link and stuff, and I could understand what she's doing because she's trying to make me see, okay, these are the competitors that are playing in the same field that in which you are playing. So when she sent me that, I looked at it. Guess what I was looking at? I was looking at the value that they offer, that I can actually beat their value and bring something that is more important. And guess what? By the time I looked at it, I'm like, okay, I reply, I said, it's okay. They are not my competitors because why? They don't get it. I think let me just use the word. They don't get it. And so added to the value, for instance, we give you 50,000, but added to our value in the crowd is we create this platform every Friday by exactly 2 p.m. for you to come to learn things for free. I know how much literally, let me give you the rough estimate in Nigerian Naira. This consulting, if I'm to do it one-on-one with you or for your business, obviously there's a lot of things here I'm not saying, because at the end of the day, I want you to consult so that when you pay, you will then do the real stuff. The reason why many people are not taking proactive actions when they get information is because the thing is free. That's why for us as everyone, when we want to give you your seed investment or a seed funding we're giving you, you can ask the team behind, we will come and check. Obviously, we'll come and check. Echo and Give It will not agree. They will come. They will check your business to be sure. At least those for everybody we've given, apart from the first one that I did. I didn't check, but moving forward, we checked because we discovered a lot of people are taking advantage of it. So they will come and check and be sure. Because why? At the end of the day, there is a lot of crowd, but we want to be different. Why do we carry cameras and go to those very particular places? Because we want to show people that literally you are selling what you are saying. It's part of our unique value proposition we are bringing into the table, regardless of the crowd and the noise. Number two is the fact that in terms of developing your unique value proposition, as my time is running down very soon, your calls can begin to come in if you want us to begin to talk. Number two is the fact that you must attract your ideal customers, the people who resonate with the mission of what you want to do. Attract. Number three, build loyalty. See, now I can talk about loyalty from now to tomorrow. An average business, literally, that I've seen in Africa, let me take it away from Nigeria, we don't know how to build loyalty. The ability for you to be able to have a loyal people in your business, loyal client, loyal customer. Can I be honest with you? You can literally have 10 loyal people in your business and live off that 10 for the rest of your life, if you know what to do. For those of you who wants to find out as to what to do with the 10 people you have, you can call the office line. My peer will definitely be able to book you down for a session with me and you for us to be able to talk one-on-one. If your place you're staying is far, we can do an online version in terms of a consulting, but hear me, is also a paid consulting, so it's not free. The free is what you are getting now. But hear me, if you believe in the vision and the brand that you are building, you'll be willing to put money to grow that brand. You'll be willing to say, I invest in studying. I consult. There are some of my mentors that I literally will send pay for their time, because I know that if it cost me from my pocket, I will not waste that very particular information. And finally, you must increase conversion by clarifying your value immediately. What value are you offering? Don't just tell me. I think one of the things that I'm looking out for is this. I'm looking for us as Everyone Invest, I'm looking for ideas that literally will revolutionize our industry, our community, See, I still believe on African product. I was saying to a particular client of mine who was at the studio yesterday, I said I went to a particular, for lack of a better word, particular groupings, and I discovered after doing my research, I discovered that that very particular groupings, the reason why I might not continue with the grouping is because it's not Pan-African business or Pan-African initiative. It's an initiative whereby after I have verified, I discovered that almost 35% of your contribution to that very particular initiative literally gets out of our continent. And I was looking at it, I said, how long are we going to be maintaining, for lack of better word, the West? How long? Have you noticed that for us as Africans, we are very slow in supporting ourselves? Very slow. But let something comes out that is not African, we'll be very fast. If the business in Africa is not moving forward, it's because you and I were not taking chance in seeing that something comes right with us. So I want to encourage you as I bring my thought to a close because my time literally is left with 10 minutes. I think next week we're going to look into the place of, in terms of the plans of now getting your customers to retain. Today talk is just about attracting customers. And in attracting customers, please let me just say this as I wrap up. You must understand the demography of your customers. You must understand the interest that interests them. You must also understand their pain points. Pain point is one of the easiest routes you can use to capture your customers. Look for what they are going through. I think as I was driving, coming in, no, I wasn't driving, I was being driven. Yeah. I was being driven coming into this to the office. And I was just sitting down. I was listening to I listen to environment when I drive and stuff. I mean, when I'm being driven. So I was listening, and my business partner who was talking to me coming, and she was like, "Okay, I'm talking," and I said, "See, I'm downloading concept because why? There is this sector in Nigeria that is literally a serious problem, and all I was doing is the fact that okay, fine, I have seen the problem. I need to design a solution, and in designing the solution, how do I then begin to attract customer?" Guess what? It took me almost more than 4 hours to craft all of that in my. When I got to the office, I remember Echo wanted to set up, and I'm like, "Dude, what's the problem?" And I'm like, you are stressing me." And I had to let him go. Why? Because I understand that at the end of the day, regardless of the product you deliver, you still have to find yourself attracting customers. Good afternoon and welcome to Voice of a New Tribe. How are you doing, sir? Clay Truce from Lugbe. All right, talk to us today. What do you tell us about your business, and what would a 50,000 do for your business? You said you have been doing what, 3 to 4 times? Okay. Are you the person who is doing a barbing stuff? Okay, I think I remember you very well. The reason why is because at the moment, in terms of our research and evaluation, we're still looking forward to see there's something we're looking forward for that we've not found. That's one. Then number two, it's the ability for you to see if you get a 50,000, how will that equate to more investment or more opportunity for you? So we've not found that because the video you sent to us, you were just showing us a video of your shop. You were not saying anything. You were not telling us how would this affect the community? How will you make profit into the business? How will you attract customers and stuff? So there was nothing. I think I remember my PA showed me. It was just a video of you just showing us stuff, and that was all. So you did not give us a proper information of the services and the product and how you will be able to make profit with it. So as much as yes, it's a charity, but you've not given us all of that information. That's why we've not gotten back to you from since you sent your video. I hope you understand. Yeah, you can still do it and send it, yes. But at the same time, talk to us. Don't just send the video, talk. Tell us how the money will change your business. Tell us how you will make profit with your money. Tell us what you will do with the 50,000. So you can't just do a video and just send and you expect us to know what you want to do. It doesn't work that way. Yeah, so do the video, but at the same time, talk. Talk to us. If you watch some of the videos, are you on the WhatsApp group?
Yes, I'm the WhatsApp group.
Have you watched some of the winners?
No, I've not watched some of the existing yet.
That's the problem. So please do me a favor. On the WhatsApp group, ask them to send you the link of some of the winners on YouTube so that you can go and see. You were doing what?
Yeah, before I just try to call them.
Okay, take your time for you to go watch the video, and you will see what the people are saying and how they are saying it, so that you also do your video like that. Is that okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you for calling. All right, with the 5 minutes that I have left, your call can still come in on 081 277 93453. 081 277 93453. Let me say this for those of you who are online now, please hear me. We have a platform known as AfriOne Invest. The official website for that is invest.afrione.africa. Invest.afrione.africa. Please, I want to encourage you. If you know, I think maybe what we would then need to do is I'll try and speak with the team for us to start producing short videos as to how to use the website, how to upload your videos. We have a link as to what the website requires from you. Because one of the things I'm already observing is the fact that as much as we talk, we write and stuff, maybe we live in a generation where people want to watch stuff these days. So because of that, we have to now come to the generation system by doing short videos and posts. So for those of you who wants to join our community, the number that is on the screen right now, which is 081 277 93453. Yes. You can send a WhatsApp to say you want to join the, the community. It's known as the AfriOne tribe. We'll be posting short clips about how to use the website. The website literally will filter. I'll use the word will filter nonsense. Because by the time you are trying to fill all of this very particular thing, if you don't know your business, the website will tell you don't know and you will check out of it. So please, I want to encourage you, for those of you who want beyond 50,000 naira, I please the web.afrione.africa. As soon as you do that very particular place, you will see to tell you register. Obviously, you register, you put your legit information, not your online information, legit information. Good afternoon and welcome to Voice of a New Tribe. Hello, good afternoon. How are you doing? I like that. You're okay. All right, talk to us. Where are you calling from and what's your name, please?
I'm calling from Jukwe. My name is William.
Jukwe, and your name is Williams.
Yes.
All right, talk to us. Tell us the business you're doing and what would the 50,000 do in your business?
Well, currently I'm a data university. I dropship shoes.
Okay, you just said a lot of things. You say you do what?
I'm a student at data university and I dropship shoes.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
order and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And to cut down to now with talk show, if 2000 will help me get my own stock when I'm going back to school. So instead of having to pre-order and stuff like that, then the whole charge of delivery and all, I'll have like a very nice stock I'm currently saving. So it will be like an additional fund to get this stock. So when I get back to school, I can make sales and yeah, that's very much it.
So you are studying and you are doing side hustle.
Yes.
Do you have any stock available with you right now?
I have currently sold out what I pre-ordered,
Okay.
but I have pictures and videos.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I saw your pictures of stuff. I think I remember. Did you call on the Wednesday show?
So this is my first time calling.
Or this is
I
your
dropped
first
a
time?
picture on WhatsApp.
Okay. All right. I think I hear you, but this is what we'll need from you. You will make us let me on the same WhatsApp, please send us your business model. How do you make profit from the 50,000 given to you? For instance, you said you have a savings. You don't need to tell us what your savings is right now, but we need to know what your saving is on the WhatsApp. And added to the 50,000, what will that do and what difference will it make for you Because now, from what I gather, your business is a seasonal business, which means you target your school when you are in school. So when you are out of school, then how do you do business?
Mainly, most of my sales come from when I'm in school.
Most of your sales come from when you are in school. So three things I'll ask you to do for me, and you send it on the WhatsApp. Number one, how much do you have with you, and added to the 50,000, what will that do for you? The number two, what is the profit in terms of the total money that you are going to use to do the investment? And number three, how does that affect the people in your school? What is the value to the people in your school? If you can give me that very particular three stuff, then we can be able to consider you as part of the pool of people that we give out seed. Is that okay?
Yes, thank you.
So your school here in Abuja, where is it?
Yes, in Abuja, Veritas University.
Very what?
Veritas University.
I believe my people are hearing you, so they will know the university you're talking about. But thank you for calling, and my team will reach out to you. And as soon as we get that, we'll reach out to you if there's any other information we will need from you. Is that okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling.
Bye.
All right. Still here, voice of the new tribe. I see that I have literally less than 10 seconds to go. Then they have no choice. They have to extend it with extra few minutes. But I think with what I'm saying, please and please hear me. For what we're targeting business, we're targeting startups. People who are just starting up, you need seed investment. I remember with the partner, we're talking about increasing that very particular money, and soon we'll be doing that on the second quarter. But for now, we're still limited to the 50,000. But please hear me. If the increase is going to happen, we're also going to increase the expectations we are asking from you. The main aim is not for us to just give out 50,000. The main aim is for you to understand your business. Literally, that's the aim why we do all of this. Understand your business. And if your business, hear me, you people cannot be in one street selling fat cooks. What is fat cooks? Fat cooks is like, okay, Nigeria call it puff puff, if I'm not mistaken. You can't be in one street, the same road, and you're selling fat cooks and you are expecting to grow and scale from that. We're also looking for business that can somehow scale. I remember two business that we've given. One of them is the plantain lady. I think it's plantain chips or plantain something. And the second one also is the lady from Lagos. And the third one is the lady who sells bag. I think the fourth one is the chicken person also, I remember. Now, it was easy for us to be able to do that because why? We could see the potential of what that can do and the direct effect in the business in which they are currently running. So please and please, I want to encourage you. Sit down, look at your business. For those of you who belongs to the Afro One Tribe WhatsApp, we are going to be reposting what we call the pitch deck document. We're going to be reposting it so that you go through it. See, hear me. Don't go through it to pitch. Go through it to understand your business and see if you really need to pitch. Because sometimes many of you just pitch based on passion. Anybody who wants to give you money into their business will always look at the numbers. We look at numbers. Oh, we do look at sitting down currently now. I have books that I'm reading currently that talks about numbers. So we look at numbers. With that being said, we're going to pause at this very particular juncture. That's how we say it in South Africa. We say juncture. At this very particular juncture, we are going to be pausing. And next week, Wednesday at exactly 7 p.m., we're going to be at the Armed Forces Radio 107.7. Armed Forces Radio 107.7, which is Wednesday, 7 p.m. So please take advantage of that. I can't pick your call. I see your calls coming in now because the time is over. I like keeping the time. And so sorry for the extra minutes I'm taking. And so 107.7, that's the radio station. But also on Friday, exactly the same time, 2 p.m. Please, I want to encourage you, share this broadcast, share this link, talk to somebody, let somebody come. It's not just about the money, it's also about the information. Like today, we just finished about attracting customer. Next week, we're going to talk about retaining customer. And also the other week, we're going to be looking about how to add value to customer. There are metrics. See, these things are science. The reason why you buy that very particular product you buy consistently is because there is a science that they have decoded to make sure that you sit with them. With that being said, I remain your host, the Afropolitan Apostle, broadcasting live from Abuja. This is our Abuja studio in Nigeria. And for those of you who are still expecting us in your zone, we will be. I see some of your emails. We will be taking advantage of that soon and very soon. But for now, you will give us the benefit of doubt for us to still do what we are doing currently right here. Somebody just asked a question. I think whoa. So may I ask a question regarding today's topic? You could have, if I've seen your message, I would have said yes, but I'm only seeing it now that I've closed. I think this one is coming from Adiola. Yeah, it says, besides shop, who should I target for my plantain chips business? That's a good question you've asked. I think we'll quickly say that in case if you're online, besides shop that you can target, you can also target corporate organization. Now, what do you do with corporate organization is this, Diola. I like your question. I don't want to end it now. What do you do with a corporate organization? You package the chips, add some certain things. For example, this is me now. I'm going to tell you when I eat those plantain chips, I like taking them with some soft drink kind of. So which means you can package your chips in such a way where you add soft drinks and maybe, for example, you add a bit of souvenirs into it. Now you package it with a good design because now you are going on a corporate place. For instance, as you package that, you now go to corporate organization and present your stuff to them. Guess what? You might be so shocked that on that corporate gift, your chips, if it's going for 1,000 naira, you add a Coca-Cola, for instance, I think it's also 1,000 naira if I'm not mistaken, which is under 2,000 naira. You add some few stuff into it. By the time you finish, it probably is like 5,000. Now, because of the packaging that you use to wrap it up, you can literally sell that thing for 10,000 naira. And before you know what is going on, if you have 5 components who are buying a value every Friday, they are buying something for you from 10,000. That's every Friday, you're literally making 50,000. In 1 month, if I'm not mistaken, that's 200,000, literally. And guess what? That does not need NAFDAC. Isn't NAFDAC we call it? Eh? NAFDAC, yeah. I thought it's NAFDAC. That does not need NAFDAC. And it's as simple as that. So package your stuff, target what you call corporate organization. And I see somebody's asking a question about food. For your food, your target market would be target women who are corporate. Because why? Chances are by the time they want to go home, they are tired. They don't want to go home and start cooking. You can cook something nice, present it to them, sign a contract, do a subscription kind of vibe. If you give me 100,000 every month, I can prepare all your dinner for you for 5, for 6, depending on the family. And the woman can also be able to customize the food with you. Then the next minute, whether she asks for every Friday food or not, 100,000 is leaving their hand to come to you. So you're going to make good money. And it's as simple as that. With that being said, I will not be able to attend to all your questions. I think maybe next week we can see. Okay, Kay, I see your question. I'm sorry I can't ask your question. Your question is very long. So I think I can only appeal to you to say, please reach out to the number that is on the screen and let's take. Please, I will need your help in my business. Okay, Kay, yes. Call the office line. Call the office line. Yeah, they say my time is over. They are showing me my time. It's a wrap. I love you. It's a wrap. I'll see you next week, 2 p.m. Bye for now. And God bless you. Remember, this very particular show is proudly sponsored by Charlotte Primes Homes. And in case you want to buy your land, please take an advantage of that and make sure you use the number that is currently, that's the number literally on the screen now. Use it and call them that you want to get a land for a discount of 50,000 using my promo code. What's my promo code again? Afropolitan Apostle. I'll see you on the subsequent edition. I'm just hungry. That's the problem.
The Afro1 Show, voice of a new tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible, despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle. Darlington Steve on the Everyone Show, Voice of the New Tribe.